getting right into it here. As you mentioned, Farfa taking on Pikami here.
Yeah.
Really, really excited to see how this one plays out, honestly.
Yeah, and as I was telling you guys, during the last weeks, the format has been shaping up, and the Branded Despia has becoming, let's say, the most, powerful deck.
Conversely, you do have the Ignister deck that can just win a game in a single turn if it gets the correct pieces on board.
Yeah, and wow,
Droll and
we
Lockbird.
got to see the Droll and Lockbird, which is an incredible card against this deck, because basically, for example, cards such as Despian Tragedy do not resolve. So now Pikami will activate the polymerization. Let's see. Now she really needs to be careful, because basically she will not have the chance to add in cards from her deck to the hand. So now she goes for the Masquerade, which is, I think, a very smart play from her.
Tell me why Masquerade the Blazing Dragon was the correct play here, in your opinion.
So basically Farfa's deck is, as you said, Ignister, and the deck has a win condition. The win condition of the deck is the arrival Cyberster at Ignis. So basically, in order to get to that point, you need to activate a lot of cards. So basically the deck relies a lot on the Ignister A Island, which is the field spell basically, which says that if you basically control no monster in the main monster zone, you get to special summon monsters on them. But looks like Farfa doesn't have anything going on. He sets 3 cards and passes. So he might be holding cards such as Infinite Impermanence, Called by the Grave, all these kind of cards, and we can say, wow, once again the Harpy's Feather Duster. But that's incredible. Once again, guys, we get the chance to see it in action.
This card has decided too many games today so far, but will it decide this one, or does Farfa have an answer? Ooh.
Okay, Farfa decides to activate the Called by the Grave, which I think makes sense, because basically, if he's not holding another Droll and Lockbird, he's just saying, let me banish one of your Aluber, and that's the case, so you will not be able to use it for, the upcoming turn. Let's see what the other set cards from Farfa are.
They are.
Yeah, I think it
One
was
was the
double.
Infinite
Yeah, I
Impermanence.
think it was 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence.
Okay.
And now, although the Called by the Grave was activated, I think this is a very good situation still from Pikami, because basically, if she has, for example, yes, the Edge Gym Chain, she could, just push some damage and leave his opponent to 3,700 life points.
I mean, that's half of Farfa's remaining life points after the 600 burn from the Masquerade the Blazing Dragon, so not a bad position to be in by any means for Pikami.
Exactly, and this means that basically Farfa is left to make 6 plays, and otherwise he would lose.
6 plays down to 100 life points, back against the wall. Farfa, does it happen? Or does he have anything he can do here to make the Ignister dream come true?
This is getting very difficult. Let's see if he can find anyhow a way to come back into this game, which we thought that started, with the Droll and Lockbird, this might have been, super impactful, right? But then there's the field spell. We were talking about the Ignister A Island, and also Pikami, she has the Maxi. This is super powerful, because basically not only Farfa has to deal with the Rebellion on the field, so 5 activation left, but also with the Maxi, getting, Pikami more and more resources. Now it's getting difficult for Farfa, because basically, on one hand, he might and he really wants to do some plays, but as we mentioned, the Ignister, it takes, some time to get into his cards. He has very good cards. For example, all of the monsters are Cyber's monster. One of the reasons why, it's playing 3 copies of Silent Mining, which is super powerful. And also, he has the combo in his extra deck with the Update Jammer and Transcode Talker, which, you know, could make the difference.
Still considering what his options are here, though, Farfa just...
Yeah, this
waiting.
might be super hard for him. This is a very tough, you know, spot for Farfa. We can tell he's considering it. What he really needs to be careful of is the Rebellion, because indeed, a card after another, you know, is going to burn Farfa of 600. Okay, wow. Farfa decided
to a level 7.
Exactly. And what I mean, this is interesting. I really like it. It just says, look, you will draw cards from your deck, but I will go from my Synchro Summon, and still, I mean, he's just trying to find his way into this match, because basically, on one hand, as we mentioned, there's Maxi being activated, and then on the other hand, the Rebellion, no?
And, you know, Farfa just opening up with 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence in hand, opening up Called by the Grave in hand, getting Harpies feather dusted. Sometimes it happens, and I guess that's why he's going to be especially glad that this is, in fact, a best of 3.
Exactly.
Even if this game doesn't go as planned, you still have that option. Still not giving up, though, because he's still playing this one out.
Exactly. But on the Link effect, it goes the Ash Blossom being activated. This means that Farfa will not be able to search for any other field spare from his deck, and now play is back to Pikami, which she really needs to deal 1900 damage, and indeed, if she attacks with Rebellion over it, it's already enough. Let's see what she decides to do.
Looks like it's just going to be a straight up attack, 2000 damage.
Yeah. And she deals enough damage to seal game 1. Well played by her.
And Pikami does take that game 1 against Farfa.
Yeah.
Opening up this group pretty handily.
Yeah, I think, as we mentioned, the Branded Despia deck, I think it's the, let's say, on one hand, super consistent.
Yeah.
Because basically it has this engine that pulls a lot of cards going on, and also we didn't even get the chance to seeing the Mirror Jade being summoned. I think the Rebellion was a very smart choice, because basically Farfa was forced into not activating Ash Blossom on the Maxi and going for the Synchro Summon.
And actually we're going to head on over into game 2 between Pikami and Farfa.
Yeah. Game 2 between Pikami and Farfa. Let's see who start things off. From my understanding, looks like Farfa will go first, just because he's already thinking deeply. I would say he's going first.
And talk to me a bit about at Ignister. Do they prefer to go first? Do they like to have the setup? Or is it more of a, I want access to that first battle phase, and I want access to that extra card when I draw from the deck?
So, for sure, like, at going Saigon Ignister is still very good, because he plays a lot of interruptions, such as Ash Blossom, Enjoy Your Spring, Drowned Lockbird, Effect Veiler, Infinite Impermanence, but Farfa passed. I can't believe it. Wow, this is so unfortunate for him.
Can you get an unlucky opening hand 2 games in a row?
Wow, this is so unfortunate for him, because now it is back to Pikami. I mean, I will be surprised if Farfa is not rolling an Effect Veiler, and he does. And this leads me to think that maybe he drew multiple copies of Effect Veilers, Infinite Impermanences, Drowned Lockbirds, Ash Blossom, who knows? We will soon find out. Polymerization being activated.
Yes.
Being activated. And let's see what Pikami will be able to do. I mean, you have to feel sorry for Farfa. Now, she gets to summon maybe the Rebellion, Masquerade.
Masquerade, the Blazing
Once
Dragon
again,
again.
you know,
Yeah.
stick to the plan. You work out game 1. I think we'll work out also game 2.
It's a slow burn, but
Yeah.
Can't really fault that, and can't also fault the 3,000 attack point monster that's just come out alongside it.
Yeah, I mean, the Dramaturge being summoned here on the field will, you know, Farfa will be left with 2,500 life points, which means that once again 4 times.
Okay.
4 times, and also super polymerization to seal the game.
Yep.
Wow.
That.
Yeah, that is it. She goes all in.
Yep.
Let's see if she manages just another fusion summon, and we might have seen enough. Is this it? The Predaplan Dragostapelia comes to the field,
and
we are still in the battle phase. So
yes, we are, and Farfa has the chance to respond. So maybe he's holding something.
The impermanence being activated. I mean, sure.
Okay.
Wow.
And Pikami takes a dominant 2-0 win in this match.
Wow. It's incredible. I mean, you have to feel sorry for Farfa. Unfortunately, he didn't draw good hands. Very well played, on the other hand, by Pikami, we have to say. 2-0, swift, you know, very, very well played. She had the super polymerization, which was huge. Let's jump to Ed for our post-match discussion.
Pikami, if you make your way over to the interview area, we're going to have a quick little chat over there. Just head on over, grab yourself a microphone, and I'll also come over with you. We'll stroll over here and we can have a quick chat. Come with me. Grab yourself one of the microphones and stand on this little mark over here, and let's have a quick chat about that. So, congratulations first off. How do you feel?
Thank you.
Yeah, all good?
Yeah.
It was a very interesting game to see how that went, because that was a very swift 2-game victory. So talk me through what was going through your mind, because by the looks of it, Farfa might have bricked at a couple of points or didn't have any starters. So talk us through what was happening in those games.
Sorry, I don't speak English. It's very difficult for me.
Okay.
I love my deck. Well done to my opponent.
Well, if that's all we can do, then that's all we can do with the language barrier. Congratulations. That's quite all right. Congratulations. Well, hopefully we'll see some more duels in the future where get a swift 2-game victory. But don't go anywhere, because we've got the first duel of Group D. And then after the first duel of Group D, we are going to be having a little bit of a break. So don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more of this coverage coming up. But we can try and show you some of the setup and possibly some of the other secondary game that's currently going on. Over to you guys.